write characteristics of a line. A line segment extended endlessly in both sides is called line. Line has no endpoints. It contains infinity number of points. It has infinite length but no thickness. The line segment is a part of a line. Line is nothing but a line segment extended endlessly in both sides is known as line. Line has no endpoints. It contains number of infinity points. And one more, the number of line segments possible from a point such that no 3 points are collinear is n into n minus 1 by 2. These are the main characteristics of a line. Now next one. What is the nature of a solid surface? Surface of solids may be flat or curved. We have here two surfaces. There, number one is flat surface, curved surface. The surface of a ball is a flat. The surface of a ball is curved. The surface of a floor of a room is flat. The surface of a roof of the floor is flat. The surface of a sphere is curved. Okay. Flat surfaces are known as the plane surfaces. Flat surfaces are known as plane surfaces. Curved surfaces plane as curved plane. Okay. Right. Now next question. What is a plane? A flat surface which extends endlessly in all directions. A flat surface which extends endlessly in all directions is called plane. Flat surface which extends endlessly in all directions is called plane. A plane has infinity length and breadth and no thickness. Plane has infinity length, infinity breadth and it has no thickness. But a part of a plane has boundary. Example, top of a table. Part of a plane has boundary. Some part of a plane it has boundary. For example, the surround place of a surround place of a cube. Okay, right. Next one. What is the plane figure? The figures drawn on a plane, example triangle, rectangle, circle, cube is not plane figure. Cube is not a plane figure. Cuboid also not plane figure. Cuboid are the objects, not figures. Okay. The figures drawn on a plane. The figures drawn on a plane. Figures drawn on a plane are examples of the plane figures. Suppose, for example, this is a triangle, this is a plane figure. This is a parallelogram, this is also plane figure. Circle is a plane figure. Here, plane figure means పేపర్ మీద డ్రా చేస్తాం అంతే, రైట్? ఫిగర్స్ ఇవి. Cube is not a plane figure. This is wrong. cube. Suppose this is also one figure, but cube object cube is not a figure. That one is object, that 3D object. So this is figure. For example, object cube, object ball. These are objects. Objects mean 3D objects, not 2D. So this is a figure, figure, figure. This is object means 3D object. Okay, clear. Now, what is space? The portion enclosed by infinitely large ball is called space. Portion enclosed by an infinitely large ball is called space. Space is nothing but an infinitely large ball. Infinitely large ball is called space. Okay. Now next question. Write characteristics of a space. Two straight lines cannot enclose a space. First one, two straight lines cannot enclose a space. Space contains infinity number of planes. A plane has infinity length, breadth, but no thickness. Space has infinity length, breadth, infinity thickness. Infinity thickness. It has infinity length, infinity breadth, infinity thickness. It is known as the space. A plane contains infinity lines. Space contains infinity planes. Okay, the differences between plane and space. Listen here. A plane contains infinity lines, but space contains infinity planes. Space contains infinity planes, but plane contains infinity lines. Okay. Through single point on a plane, we can draw infinity number of lines. Through 2 points, we can draw one straight line in a plane. These are the characteristics of a space and the differences between space and plane. Okay, now next. Point is a mark of dash, that is a position of a point, position of the object. Okay, in coordinate plane, that object's position is known as what is here? The distance between x-axis and x-axis to the object and y-axis to the object. That is the axial position of the point in coordinate plane. Suppose x-axis, y-axis, point object here. The distance from the x-axis, the distance from the y-axis. Suppose this one, the P, this Q, this point is known as, here what is the distance here? Q. First one Q, next P. Here this is known as position of an object. Position. Okay. Right, now next question. A point has no length, no breadth, and no thickness. Is it true? Yes, it is true. A point has no length, no breadth, no thickness. Okay. A line contains infinity number of points. A line contains infinity number of points. These are all infinity number of points. That means it contains infinity number of points. Now next question. 1 meter is equal to dash. How much? 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeters. This is the answer. Next. A line segment extended endlessly in one direction is called ray. Extended only one direction is known as ray. A ray has how many endpoints? Only one. Right. This is the only one endpoint. Ray has one endpoint. An edge of the box represents line segment. An edge of the room, line segment. An edge of the blackboard, line segment. Number of endpoints in a array. Number of endpoints in a array, 1, already discussed. If a line segment extended endlessly on both sides, then what will get? If a line segment extended endlessly in both directions, so this is known as line. What is the answer here? Line. Now next question. What is the length of a line? Infinite. A line have infinity length. Now next question. Write the part of a line. Part of a line. Ray, line segment, point. So this is the one line. Some portion A, B. So AB is known as line segment. Point A. A is known as point. Suppose from a line, from a ray start from A. This point is A. B. This is known as AB ray. Point A, AB ray, AB line segment. Okay. Write the name of the lines of following diagram. Write the name of the lines of following diagram. So lines. Here this line, this is known as BC line. Here this is known as AC line. This is known as AB line. Okay. which has no endpoints. It is clearly we discussed in next previous question. Line has no endpoint. The number of endpoints of a line is 0. Okay. Now next question. The number of endpoints of a line segment. How many endpoints here? 2 endpoints. Endpoints of a line segment 2. The solid have how many kind of surfaces? Plane surfaces, plane and curved surfaces. How many unit surfaces we have here? Plane and curved. The surface of a wall is, what about the surface of a wall? Plane. Okay. Flat surfaces are known as plane surfaces. Flat surfaces are known as plane surfaces. For example, floor of a room. Okay. Next one. A flat surface extends endlessly in all directions is called, what is the answer? Plane. A flat surface extends endlessly in all directions is known as plane. Flat plane. A plane has infinity length and breadth but has no dash thickness. It has no thickness. Cube is not a plane figure. That is a object. Cube, cuboid, cylinder, sphere. All these are the objects, three-dimensional objects. Okay. Triangle, rectangle, circles are examples of plane figures. These are the 2D, two-dimensional figures. Rectangle, circle, all these are plane figures. A ball that encloses a volumetric portion is called part of space. What is known here? Space. A ball that encloses a volumetric portion is called part of a space. Right. Next one. The number of endpoints of a ray is dash. Ray has how many endpoints here? Only one endpoint. Okay. The portion enclosed by an infinitely large ball is called space. Large ball is known as the space. One centimeter is equal to how many meters? 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter. So 100 centimeter is equal to 1 meter. Now we can transpose 100 from LHS to RHS. That becomes 100 is here multiplication, that becomes division. So centimeter kilometer is equal to 1 by 100 meters. That means 1 centimeter is equal to 1 by 100 centimeters. 1 by 100 meters. 1 centimeter is equal to 1 by 100 meters. Next one. 1 meter is equal to how many kilometers? Here we know that 1 kilometer is equals to 1000 meters. That means 1000 meters is equals to 1 kilometer. Now we can transpose 1000 from LHS to RHS. Here 1000 is in multiplication, that becomes division. So 1 meter is equal to 1 by 1000 kilometer. Okay, right. Next one. 1 kilometer is equal to how many centimeters? See here, 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meters. Again here 1000 meter. Meter can be written as 1 meter is equal to how many centimeters? 100 centimeters. Therefore 1000 into 100, how much? 1 to 10 to 100, 1000, 10,000 lakh. 1 lakh centimeter. 1 kilometer is equal to 1 lakh centimeters. Now next question. Space contains how many number of planes? What is the answer here? Infinity, not a finite. Infinite. Okay, next one. A plane has infinite length, dash and dash, infinite breadth and thickness. Infinite length, infinite breadth and no thickness, sorry, no thickness. Plane. Okay, right. The number of points in a line or line segment, how many? Infinite. A line contain infinity number of points, as well as line segment also contain infinity number of points. Okay. A plane contains infinity lines, but space contain infinity planes. Plane contain infinity lines, but space contain infinite planes. Two lines can intersect at how many points? Only one point. This one. With a single point on a plane, how many lines we can draw? Suppose this is a one point here. This is one line. Next one. Next one. Next one. Next one. How many lines we can draw here? Infinite. How many lines we can draw here? Infinity lines. The best example for space. Space. Best example for space. Globe. Big ball, not a circle. What is the example for space? Globe. Big ball. The number of points does a space contains? Infinity number. Infinity number of points it contains. Okay, right. Now next one. A line has no midpoint. Is it true or false? Line has no end point, not midpoint. End point. A line has no end point. Is it true or false? Yes, it is true. A line has no fixed length. Is it true or false? Yes. Line has no infinite length, no fixed length. So it is true. A point has length and width. Is it true or false? No. It has no length, no width. So false is the right answer. From a one point we can draw only one line. Is it true or false? No, false. How many lines we can draw here? Infinity, not one point, not single. Therefore, this is the false answer. Space contain infinity number of planes and points. A space contain infinity number of planes and infinity number of points, lines, and so on. Mainly infinity number of planes. The number of lines that can passes through two given points in a plane is the number of lines that can passes through two given points in a plane. So one point, next one. So ఈ రెండు పాయింట్స్ నుంచి ఎన్ని లైన్స్ పాస్ అవుతాయి? ఓన్లీ వన్. The ray AB has one end point, namely A, is called its initial point. A. So this is initial point and starting point. Two straight lines cannot enclose a space because straight line means that is endlessly produced in two directions endlessly. Next one, the shortest distance between any two points is can be represented by straight line. Shortest distance. So this is the shortest. This is longest. Okay. Shortest distance automatically it is represent what is line or line segment. How can an angle is made by the arms? The angle is made by rotation of one arm around another fixed arm. Suppose this is a one arm, fixed this one. Now we can rotate this one. This is known as angle. Rotation of one arm around another fixed arm. So fixed rotating. So here this is rotate in this direction. Here this is known as angle. Okay. Initial ray, terminal ray. What is the unit of angle? Degree, minutes, seconds. How you represent an angle? angle is represented by theta. Angle is represented by, suppose, ABC, angle at B. Okay, generally the angles are denoted by theta, or with respect to points, angle at B means angle ABC, angle ABC. Okay, this is the angle symbol, angle symbol. Angle at B means angle ABC, angle at B. Okay, angles. Angle is divided a plane into how many regions? 3 regions. Point belongs to angle, interior of an angle, exterior of an angle. Suppose this is the angle. Point belongs to angle means, suppose here, interior means this portion, all this is the exterior means extend. So extend this one. Okay, now exterior, interior on the line segment, on the line. Which points are belongs to the angle? A, O, B are points of an angle. A, point A, point B, point O. These are on the angle. What is interior of an angle? Interior. The angle in between, inside of the arms is called interior angle. Here, suppose this point is interior of the angle. Here, X. What is the exterior of an angle? Outside angle of two arms is called exterior angle. So, suppose this is the angle exterior point P. Here P is known as exterior of the angle, outside the angle. Okay. What is interior point? Interior point means the point present inside the interior angle is called interior point. What is here? M. Inside the angle. What is the exterior angle and exterior point? The point present outside the angle, outside the two arms is called exterior point. Not belongs to the interior point. So here G is known as exterior point. What is magnitude of an angle? The angle is made by rotation of one arm around another arm, another fixed. So this is the fixed rotation. Rotation. Suppose here arm is called magnitude of an angle. Here this rotation is known as the angle between these two arms. these two arms. Generally, angle is represented by theta. Angles are measured in degrees, minutes, seconds. What is the complete angle? Complete rotation means fixed. So complete rotation. Same మళ్ళీ ఈ డైరెక్షన్లోకి వచ్చేస్తుంది. So what is the, suppose one more diagram, complete rotation. So ఈ direction. So how much circle? It is completed one circle. Means how much angle? 360 degrees. The angle formed in one complete rotation is called complete angle. What is that straight line? Suppose this is a fixed line. It is rotated opposite direction. It becomes opposite direction. So this is known as straight line. Straight line means it contains how much angle? 180 degrees. Now next question. Define straight angle in terms of right angle. A straight angle is equal to the sum of two right angles. Suppose this is a one fixed ray. Here this is perpendicular to terminal ray, is perpendicular to initial ray, 90 degrees. The angle between these two 90. Now rotate again. This one is like this. So how much, what is the angle here? 90 degrees. So straight angle means this is the one straight line, two 90 degrees are two right angles. Straight angle is equal to the sum of two right angles. Okay. How much angle made by a complete angle? What is the answer? 360. One circle is completed here. So 360 degrees. Next, define complete angle in terms of right angles. Complete angle is equals to what we know? 360. 360 means it is a four right angles. Therefore, complete angle is equal to the 4 times of right angles. 4 into 90. Okay, right. How much angle made in a straight angle? Straight angle. What is the answer? 2 right angle. That means 180 degrees. 2 right angle means 180. 2 into 90. 2 right angles are 180 degrees. What is a right angle? Suppose this is a fixed ray. Now terminal ray, this one. Here the terminal ray is perpendicular to the fixed ray. So it is known as one right angle. The angle between initial and terminal is known as right angle. That means 90 degrees. This is the next 90 means straight. Next 90. Next 90. So how many parts we have here? 4 parts. First one is known as the quarter 1. Second one quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4, 4 quarters. Okay. Each one is 90 degrees. So your plane can divide into 4 equal parts, 4 quarters. First quarter, how much angle? 90. Up to second quarter, 190 plus 90, 180. Next 270. Next 360. Right angle means 90 degrees. Now next one. Right angle is divided into how many equal parts? 90 parts. Each one is one part, 1 degree. Next one, in a right angle is divided into 90 equal parts, then each part is called 1 degree. What is the here? 1 degree. Next one, what is zero angle? An angle whose magnitude is 0 is called zero angle. Initial, మనం ఇక్కడ టర్మినేట్ చేయాలి. సో జీరో యాంగిల్, ద యాంగిల్ బిట్వీన్ ఇనిషియల్ అండ్ టర్మినల్, అంటే రొటేషన్ ఈజ్ జీరో, రొటేషన్ చేయబడలే, దట్ ఈజ్ నోన్ యాజ్ జీరో యాంగిల్ ఆర్ 0 degrees. Which instrument is used to measure angle? Protractor. Already you know here. What is acute angle? Acute means the angle lies in between 0 to 90. That means greater than 0, less than 90. 0 less than theta is less than 90 is known as acute angle. The angle from 1 to 89 degrees is called acute angle, or angle more than 1, more than 0 and less than 90 is called acute. Write acute angle symbolically. 0 degrees less than theta less than 90 degrees. 1 degree is equals to how much? 1 degree is equal to 60 minutes. 1 degree is equal to 60 minutes. 1 minute is equals to how many seconds? 60 seconds. Already we know here. What is an obtuse angle? The angle lies in between 90 to 180. 90 degrees less than theta less than 180. That means more than 90, less than 180. The angle which is more than 90 and less than 180 degrees is called obtuse angle. Obtuse. So this one is the obtuse angle. This one is known as acute because it is less than 90. Exactly this one, right angle. What is the reflex angle? Reflex means less than 360, greater than 180. That means lies in between 180 less than theta less than 360 is known as reflex angle. What is the angle made by perpendicular intersecting lines? Perpendicular intersecting lines. What is the angle made by here? 90 degrees. Right angle. Okay.